What is up, everybody? How you doing today? Today we have another top 5 video. I know I haven't done one in a while, but you all always seem to enjoy them, so we have another one here today. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 most underrated guns in Call of the Wild. And I picked, I think, all rifles for this one because a lot of the pistols are either good or bad. The bows are just the bows. I don't have a lot of experience with them, so I really can't say much about them. The shotguns, they're just limited in range, and that's why I don't really say that as much. But the rifles, there are some that are pretty good, but people just don't use them very often. So we're going to go ahead and go over those here today. Now, starting off at number 5, we have the 30-30. And this is a gun that a lot of people think, oh, this is an awful gun. It's absolutely terrible because, yeah, most of the people think of the 30-30 as a deer rifle. And, in fact, I use one in real life, and it's actually pretty good on deer IRL. But in the game, not so much. But what it is good for is those class 2 to 3 animals, okay? It is great for those. Has a lot of punch. Actually has decent penetration, a lot better than you would think, as long as you're in the right range. The only setback to the 30-30 is range. Other than that, it's a great gun, as long as you use it on the right animals. Coming in at number 4, we have the 6.5 Creedmoor. And this is a gun that came out with the Quattro Colinas DLC, and it is a very good gun. Overall, it's a great gun, extremely flat shooting, so you can shoot things at greater distances with this gun and not have to aim quite as high. The holdover is not quite the same with this gun. It just shoots so flat, has great penetration, it's very accurate. The only setback to it is it doesn't have a ton of power. I feel this way. I'm sure some other people do. I think that the 6.5 should be moved to a class 3 to 7 gun, give the Mosin a little competition. But no, right now this is a class 4 to 8. Which, I mean, I know people that use 6.5s on elk and everything in real life, but I think in the game, with the power of it right now, I don't think that's really reasonable. But that's just my opinion. Coming in at number 3, we have the 338, and this gun has been overshadowed ever since the 300 came into the game with Yukon, and it's a gun that everybody relied on for the longest time because it was the only gun that could take those animals in that higher class. The 4570 could, but it was, like I said, with the 3030, limited to range, and the 338 just did everything you wanted to do until the 300 came along, and then we had a bolt action with 4 shots, whereas the 338 is a single shot. Huge advantage, especially when you're grinding. I used the 300 when playing Spice and grinding, and it is nice. It really is nice being able to get some quicker follow-up shots. So that is why the 338 kind of got pushed out the way, but it is a great gun. It shoots hard. Everyone had to use it for a long time, so we know it's a good gun. That is not a question at all. Coming in at number 2, we have the 243. And yes, I know a lot of people use this gun now ever since the Mosin started having some issues, but especially with the new scoring system. This gun, when the class is changed, can now take mustier and all those really tiny animals, but as well as bigger animals from whitetail to mule deer and red deer. Okay, it is an extremely versatile weapon. Does good on all the animals that you can shoot with it. It does take a while for some of those class 5 and 6 animals to die, but generally not too terribly long. Not as long as it takes the 6.5 to kill the class 8 animals. And overall, it's just an extremely useful gun that everyone should be using right now. And even though it's not used as much because it's just such a small caliber, it is definitely one that I recommend carrying. And then coming in at number 1, for this position, I have the muzzleloader. Okay, might not have been what you expected, but the muzzleloader is just an unbelievable gun. Okay, yes, it's single shot and takes a long time to reload. That is its one drawback. But the muzzleloader has probably the most insane power of any gun in the game, and it can take animals classes 4 to 8. And I say this because it can drop animals, like just drop animals up to class 6. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Just flat out drop them. Okay? And it should be able to be used on class 9 animals. I mean, I've shot some Cape Buffalo with, I know some other people have, and it takes them out just as fast. Maybe not quite as fast, but pretty close to the 300 and the 338. Maybe a little more comparative with the 7mm. But still, for a gun that's only classes 4 to 8, that is super good. Okay? It is an awesome gun. It's a lot of fun to use. It's unique. And I think it's just a little underrated, excuse me. Not a lot of people use it, and it's just so good. It has insane penetration. I could probably shoot a bison in the butt and near back get a heart shot with it on the other side. That is how crazy good this gun is. So, hope you all take a chance to look at this list, see if there's any of these guns you want to try out for yourself. I know some of them are in the DLCs, but 2 of them are actually base game weapons. So I do recommend taking them out for a spin, just seeing how you like them. Give these guns some love, okay? And I think that's it for today. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. And I will see you in the next one.